Okay, I think I need to put the music a little bit softer. Well, then, can you believe it? It's the end of 2025. What a fucking thought. And as per usual, um, I cannot talk loud because of home. Unfortunately, that has not changed very much. There's nothing we can do about that at the moment, though, but that's okay. So, if anybody is listening, watching, sorry, please mind me. Just put the volume up. I should put the music a little bit softer, just in case. Um, but yeah, welcome to the end, my beautiful friend. The end. That's the Doors reference. When you shall get that. Anyway, yeah. I mean, I haven't really been posting much this year. I think I posted one video, like in the middle of the year. I think it was like July. January is not the middle of the year, obviously, but yes. And I was using that to talk about something sad. I forgot. But in general, I mean, half the fucking shit that I talk about on this channel is sad anyway. So, like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Just need to adjust you a little bit. Yeah, I mean, like, half of the stuff that I talk about is pretty sad. I don't like looking up at this. I want to just change this real quick. Hold on. Let me, I just put it higher. Then, I'll put that down. It's okay. Yeah, so yeah, I haven't really been posting. Okay, so to be honest, I should probably start from the beginning. Okay? Beginning of this year was really difficult. Um Before the year started, actually in January of 2025, um my parents had confronted me over something, over me as transgender, you know, saying that basically who I am was not good enough to take care of my family. My mom at the time might have had breast cancer, might have had, and it was really freaking out my dad and her, obviously, and rightfully so. I was really worried, but he kind of made it seem like it was my fault that I was bringing the badness into the house, and that I need to stop all of this because, you know, I need to man up, take care of the home, you know, that sort of thing. If something happened to my mom, you know, because he was gonna be in the hospital and I would have to take care of business and stuff. And regardless of my identity, I do feel like I would have taken care of my family. But I guess he didn't see it that way. And it got really heated, not violent, but I was crying a lot. I was trying to make them understand, you know, that besides the whole transgender thing, there's a lot going on in the back of my head, you know. I try to explain that I'm really sad all the time and I don't know how to deal with it and stuff like that, but it didn't really seem to register to them. They just thought that I was coming up with excuses or that I was trying to blame them for stuff, and I just kept quiet and I let them speak what they wanted to, and then I let it go and I left it. And I remember I read it in the shower and I cried really, really, really hard. And you know, there was really not much I could do about it because I didn't do so well in school, you know, for me to, you know, be okay. First of all, as you can probably tell, I did makeup. I've been getting into makeup. I've been trying really hard. And I just noticed I made this eyebrow a little longer than that one. Oh my god, this is so annoying. Anyway, yeah, so I didn't do so well in school and stuff. And what I'm trying to say is that, you know, I'm not like a star student where I can leave. Oh, for context sake, I work with my parents. My dad sells retail construction things, and I help out. I do the deliveries. I do the customers. I don't do the customer, sorry. I speak to them. I talk to them. Those type of things. And sometimes I look for new customers. They whatever, right? And it has its benefits. I mean, I really appreciate that they gave me a job because previous to this, as you may know, I worked in insurance. I think it was ass, bro. Like it was fucked up. And so they gave me a job, and this was the job, and I did it to the best of my ability. I still do it to the best of my ability. The perks of it is that when I'm done with work, I can come home, I can go to gym. Talking about that soon. I can walk around. I can go to the mall. I can go buy stuff. I can just chill. You know, I have a lot of freedom because of the situation that I'm in. Conversely, conversely, additively, whatever, the problem is obviously that it is uneasy knowing that there is this weight in the house between me and them because of who I am. And I will admit, I have not had the balls to come out and say, hello everybody, I'm transgender, you know, in conversations, when we've had conversations, it's always been quite one-sided. But I also don't blame them because I just couldn't talk. I couldn't bring myself to say the things that I wanted to say. I was scared. I was just really scared, you know. And whenever these conversations came up, I would always let them lead, and they would be like, okay, so you like to talk like a girl, you like to act like a girl, and I'll be like, that's it. I never said to them, hey, I'm Lexi, I'm transgender. I haven't done that. And that may be my fault. It's just I'm so scared, I know that they don't love me the way that I want them to. They love me as a child, as a paternal instinct, that I was born from them. They raised me as a child. Regardless of how you feel about me, you're gonna love me as a child because you spent like 20 years raising me. They don't love me for me. They never have, to be honest. I never really felt like that. They always tell me that, we buy you things and we give you a house, anything you want, you get in. Yeah, that's true, and I love them for that. I appreciate it. Whenever, in my younger days at least, when I wanted something, my parents got it for me. True, but, as I started getting older, my interest in music started coming up, and creativity and things. I never really cared about that, and the thing that meant something to me didn't mean anything to them, and it doesn't even now. And not to say that I was a star child or anything, like where I was always doing good things and it was their fault. I was a bad child. I mean, it was growing up. I did some stuff. I did some stuff. Everybody's done some stuff. It's part of growing up. But I just never felt like they loved me for anything, and definitely not so now. But yeah, so that's how the year started out there. And previous to this, as you probably know, I started training with a personal trainer last year. I'm not going to talk about that, but I did stop training with him for personal reasons. Just mainly that it was quite expensive, and just that, like, when I was asking for special treatment, when I was asking for special one-on-one type of things, because I needed, like, sometimes my schedule was weird and I needed to be home before a certain time or couldn't be at a place at a certain time, and I explained, excuse me, yeah, I explained, but like it didn't really do much, and I kind of got irritated at that. And I did at the beginning explain to him, hello, I'm Lexi, I am transgender. I did tell him that, and I explained female this and that, and he didn't seem to respect that very much. And when I did confront him about it, he did say he's very sorry. He didn't know that that's how I felt, or like that was my pronouns. And I don't kind of blame him, because in gym, especially like during the week and stuff, I couldn't come home, do makeup, and go to gym. Not that I would do makeup and go to gym, but I'm not at that place in my transition where, people can be like, that's a girl, I think, or something like that. I'm overly masculine, unfortunately. And, we're closer. Yeah, I'm quite masculine, so I could understand that it was a little bit difficult for him to understand, what do I call them? And he did tell me, is like, to the best of my ability, I tried to call you Lexi instead of any genders. And I was like, I appreciate that, but unfortunately, it got a bit much for me because, my identity is very important to me, especially because, I'm with you I've spent almost a year with you, Not like we were super best friends or anything, but like, I mean, you seeing somebody every day for an hour, every single day for a year, But anyway, through that, I did make some really good friends, and they respect me, and I love them for that. And where was I going with this? Oh yeah. Anyway, so I stopped training with him, and I started training by myself beginning of this year, January 2025. And I was really scared at first, but something in me just like locked in, and I started doing so well. For the first time, like, I can say, like, I'm doing something well. Like, I I have so much of potential in the gym. I don't mean like bodybuilding, I'm not powerlifting, Olympics, whatever. I'm really good at this. I love doing it. I have this passion inside me where I want to teach somebody what I know. I want to help them. And for the first time I'm like, damn, like, see, if you do this, you get in shape more, you could go and study some fucking gym thing and you could become a personal trainer, you know? And that would work so well because, like, I can. Trans people in sports is really difficult. I'm not gonna talk about that now. But I feel like, like, if I was a trans trainer, that would be so good for people in the queer community. And, representation and stuff like that. I really started doing well. Um, I very interested in powerlifting, like I said. Um, I'm acid bench, but my bench went up from like 60, which was my max around the beginning of the year. I hit 95 once this year, 95 once. Died, but I got 95. My squats, which really surprised me, whereas I remember the last time I did squats with the trainer, I only managed 100 kgs for two. Now I can do a full set of 100, like 12 straight, and I went up to 150. I hit 150 for two last month. Equipped belt and knee wraps. I can't do 150 raw, unfortunately. I've been trying, but I mean 150 for two with just straps and wraps, sorry, and a belt. That gave me 150 for two. When I remember I was doing 100 for two, just not so long ago. And particularly my deadlift, which is my favorite thing. I was really struggling with deadlifts when I was doing it with the trainer. Just something just wasn't right for me with it. And now I am on 180 kilogram deadlift. I wanted to do 200 before the end of the year, but unfortunately it's just not coming. I tried 190, getting it up halfway, but there's just something that I'm lacking. I don't know if it's because my warm up or my set was too heavy and I'm tired, or if I'm lacking something at the moment. I gave up on it for now. Um, I'm not happy, but you know what? 180 is not bad. So just gonna give it some time. We got a whole of next year soon to work on 200. So yeah, I'm really excited. I mean, those are amazing for me. I never really saw myself being able to do something physically before. I've always been kind of lazy, not gonna lie. I had a gym phase when I was working in Pinetown. I was going with my friend at the time. Um, but yeah, I thought I was strong, but I really wasn't. But now I am. I'm like, how, Lexi? And it was all through perseverance. There were days like before I hit 180 on a deadlift. I was doing 100, and it was difficult. I'm like, why is this so hard? And I just kept on going at it and going at it and going at it and going at it. Learning, I learned a lot. Reading, watching YouTube, watching other people on YouTube, watching people in the gym, getting advice from people in the gym. It's hard to kind of not bring yourself down, but to put your ego away, to ask for help, to listen, even if somebody is saying something wrong, right? Like there's this guy at the gym who taught me some very, very, very good advice on deadlifts, right? But sometimes when I'm tired and I'm doing heavy, he'll be next to me or like around the same area, come on to me like, no, drop the weight and go lighter and practice on your form. I'm like, but like the thing is, I don't respond to that. I mean, it's true. I do lighter weights and focus on form to practice, but I wanted to go heavy. That is the point of my deadlift, to go from very light to very heavy. That's what I was doing. And he was like, no, you must do like 40 kilograms and you must do 100 reps to get your form perfect. And form is very important, but it's just not how I do things. It's not how I respond well. And I tested this. I've tested going light for long. I get bored. I get very bored, and I don't want to do it anymore. Something in me responds to heavy stress, and that's what's been kind of driving me on. Like, I don't like doing something that's light. For some reason, I don't know, but heaviness, stress, the idea of a monumental thing in front of me is kind of what spurs me on to do my best. And that's how I felt that I've been working really good this year, is because I've been following that same that same thought pattern, that idea, of pushing on. And I don't do things incorrectly. If I feel like I'm doing it incorrectly, I will stop. I know, I pay attention, right? But yeah, what I'm saying is like, yeah, it's hard to put that ego away and listen to somebody else, even if they're not saying the correct thing. It's good to listen. It's good to listen. It's something that I had to learn to step back and be like, okay, somebody else may know something better than you, and you have to accept that. If you're, I'm looking at my hair. It's so nice. I know, like before, my hair very messy. It was a lot better earlier in the week, but due to the heat, it's kind of bad now. But look, the curls, nice and curly. I've just been refining my hair technique, my hair routine, sorry, and it's coming out a lot better, a lot more tame, a lot more curly, and I love that. Anyway, just one of the things I've been improving this year, and I need to purple on. Just by the way, I am not doing no cuts on this. I'm just talking. I don't give a fuck anymore, to be honest. I'm not going to edit fucking 20, half 1 hour worth of me talking. No way. On my phone. No thanks. Anyway, yeah, so that's what I've been up to in the gym, and now it's the end of the year. I feel kind of bad because I've been eating quite a lot recently. Obviously, it's December time. I've kind of let myself go a little bit, but I'm very happy. I started off at 100 kilograms. I dropped to my lowest was 85, I think, in weight, general weight. I'm back up to 90 at the moment, but my fat percentage has gone down quite a lot. I think I'm on like 30% at the moment, when it was like at 60, I think. Earlier, I know I may be botching up those numbers, but it's quite low. At the moment, it's quite low as well. I could probably tell you, actually, hold on, I didn't check my fit out. I actually just wanted to do the upper half of my body, but I put the skirt on. It's not really matchy, but you know what, fuck it. Oh, wait, you see my shit's done. I'll show you something. I couldn't do that before. And see my skirt. It's actually super loose. Super loose. Okay, let's look. It's on my phone. My other phone. Yeah, so anyway, okay, sorry, here we go, okay. So, on the 5th of the 8th month, no, 8th of the 5th month, 2024, sorry, we were at 99 kilograms, sorry, at 40% body fat, right? Let's see. It's backwards, I think, I don't know, right? And our also 99 kgs, 100 kgs of total body weight, 40% body fat, and 33.7 kgs of lean muscle mass. So that's pure muscle, 33 kgs, right? And my latest one, which was the 3rd of the 11th month, 2025, we were at 92 kgs in total weight, 40 kgs of muscle mass, and 24% body fat. So from 40% at the endish of 2024 till now, the endish of 2025, I lost over 20% body fat. I'm gonna show you. I don't know if you're seeing that backwards or not, but yeah, I mean, see if I can show you some of the gym pics I've taken. This is one of my favorite ones. Check that out. Fuck yeah. That one. And then, embarrassingly, this is where we started. Oh, it's a video. Ugh. It's not what I'm trying to show you. But you get the point. This is me trying to do 190. My face is ugly as fuck. Come on, Lexi, get to the point. Yeah, see, I just couldn't make it. But yeah, see if there's anything else I can show you. Where's my 150 squat? I'll show you my 150 squat. My 150 squat. Where is it? 150 squat, yeah. Skip to the good part. Yeah. Oh, right. So yeah, man, that was my gym, and it's really something that saved me. I promise you. I don't think I'd be here if I wasn't in that gym. I mean, I'm wearing a fucking skirt. I can wear crop tops. My jeans can go up to my waist. I feel confident. I feel good. And I'm so happy for that. And you know who I have to thank for that? Nobody. I did that. All the things I showed you, I did it. Nobody fucking helped me. Nobody fucking helped me except for the advice that I got here and there. But like nobody held my hand. Nobody said, "Come, Lexi, I'm gonna show you. Come, Lexi, I'm gonna help you." Nobody helped me. The days when I was hurt, no one was there to talk to me. The days when I was throwing up, no one was there to hold my hair in the gym, in the toilet gym, because I was throwing up, I was sick from working too hard. Okay? When I came home and I was tired, I was push tired, my bro. I was push tired. I had no one to talk to. I had no one to discuss things with, to show my progress, to show to my Instagram, to a bunch of people who don't really care about me. They just reciprocate social commentary. I had nobody help me. I did that on my own. I did it on my own. Nobody fucking helped me. Nobody fucking helped me. I did it by myself. And that's something I will forever be proud of. That I did it. Nobody did it. Just me. And that is something that I learned about myself. That I can do things. And this is something that I want to do and I can fucking do it. And I'm going to continue doing it. Hell yeah, I am. But yeah. What else? Yeah, as you can see, starting doing makeup. Let me show you. I'm gonna get a little close up. Check that out. Ooh, sexy. Look at that. Look at that. Oh damn. Damn, my eyeliner actually came out real good. Oh my fuck. The only thing I don't really know how to do is lipstick, as you can probably tell. Oh, I forgot about this. Oh. Yes. I forgot about this. I need to take more pictures. I forgot I have this. Yeah, so I pierced my nose. Very cool. I'm gonna go and get a bigger size a little bit later in the year next year, but really cool, right? So see that's why I want a bigger size because see when I go down my nose so big you can't really see it. But yeah. I've been trying to learn makeup. I think show you my little. Actually, no, leave it. Just my makeup. My makeup suitcase. Something you wanna call that. I have a big one. I've got a lot of stuff. See, I've got foundation and stuff like that. See, so I've been really. The estrogen is not coming. I wanna try this year. I really wanna try. I wanna make it happen and just see what I can do about that. But because the estrogen wasn't coming, that's one of the things that I realized that I need to change was that I'm always relying on the concept of transitioning to make me better, and that wasn't happening. So that's why I started taking the gym so seriously. I thought that okay, if the estrogen is not gonna come to make me cunty, I have to go to the gym. I'm gonna do it myself, and that actually gave me a renewed self-image of myself, one that's strong and feminine and powerful, and that's what I want to be. And in the meantime, I did realize that I need to start taking myself seriously. I need to learn what it is to be a girl. Not to say that femininity and womanhood are concepts like makeup and hair and clothing and body and stuff like that. No, but it's something that I want to do. It's something that it's my idea, Lexi's femininity, and that's what's important. So I realized I need to take that seriously, and that's how I've been learning makeup. Um, the last 2 months, actually I'm lying. At the beginning of December when I got paid, or when I was going to get paid before the holidays, that's when I bought this big set of makeup, and that was foundation of my skin color, primer, setting spray, bronzer, concealer, the works. I got it. And this is what I've been learning. Haven't really watched much YouTube videos, but of what I have watched, this is kind of what I understood. Still figuring out a lot of things. I'm not good at eyeshadow, as you can see. I need to learn how to do eyebrows. I need to learn how to do better lipstick, and maybe like the a little bit more advanced aspects of makeup, contouring, highlighting, bronzing, stuff like that. What I've done here is because of my stubble underneath the makeup, I've put concealer here, and then just under my eye bags and my eyelids, sorry, a little bit here and on the top, and on the creases of my nose. I blended that out with a spongy. Then I put that one that I showed you on top of that, and I doubled it up over here. Really close, unfortunately, you can see a little bit of stubble, but from far you can't really see much. So, and then I blended it all, If you're thinking why my nose is so shiny, I put a little bit of highlighter, bronzer, golden sparkly cream on this here just to give it a little bit of shine because my nose gets kind of oily. So I just figured, okay, if it's gonna shine, it'd rather be like gold and sparkly than oily shiny. So fuck it. Here I've been learning eyeliner. Still not super good at it. I just actually just had a very good time tonight. Put kajal, put the eyeliner, and just put a shit ton of eyeshadow here. I mean, you can't even fucking see it to be honest. Just on that part, a little bit on the eyelids, and then here at the lips. I don't know what the fuck I did. I just put a bunch of black kajal pencil around here, and I patted up some brown lipstick and and it kind of worked, I guess. Then my neck is not so good either because I was just too lazy. And my earrings are still giving me problems, by the way. I don't fucking know. But yeah, there's just one of the few things that I've been doing to, elevate my sense of pride, my sense of Lexi. Here, I've been doing multiple things to try and cultivate my curls. Now I've settled on using a leave-in conditioner with some curling cream, and that's been doing wonders. Like I said, it's normally a lot more curly than this. It's just that because of the heat, it's been a little difficult to keep going. But I mean, this is much better than what it used to be. Still a little bit on the flyaways here on the side, but again, that's because it's like fucking what's the time now? It's 10:30. It's really fucking hot. So I mean, even just doing this is really difficult because it's so hot. Anyway, yeah. So this is a few things that I've been doing in order to achieve myself a little bit more. Other than gym and just taking care of myself, really hasn't been much else, sadly, that I can say that has happened. Aside from the conflict earlier in the year with my parents, I haven't seen them much, to be honest. I don't see them. I go to work. As soon as I'm done with work, I will spend the entire day at the gym. And then I'll come home and I'll eat and I'll sleep and I'll repeat. I don't do anything else. And avoiding them has been good for me. I think if I'm out of the house, I'm out of their minds, I'm out of their sight, I can do what I want. We have that understanding. And that's it. I just don't see them. And in terms of, any other events, like things that have happened, not much else. Actually, no, there is a few. But I just feel like next I want to talk about some sad things. Um, So this year, one good thing that happened was I went for something called the Durban Ren Fair, which was a queer little market thing that happened in Oshanga, which was really cool. Um, I didn't really dress up in costume or anything, but it was a place for me. I've always wanted somewhere to belong, and it was nice just being Lexi, going around. I made a friend, one friend, a small, young trans boy who probably recognized trans, so we became friends. I talked to them once in a while, and it was really fun hanging out with them, talking and stuff like that. Met some cool people. It was just nice being seen. Having a space, for queer stuff in Durban is crazy. It doesn't happen very often, so quite happy. Definitely gonna attend a lot more as that goes by. But related to that, I had met somebody briefly, and I'm not gonna say I fell in love with them or some shit, but I did really like them a lot, and it was a bit silly of me, I guess, because it was really soon. I mean, we spoke for weeks all the time. We got along so well, and what happened really broke me. It was a Thursday during the week. It was hot. I was working. I was untidy and not Lexi. And she texted me. She was like, Lexi, do you want to meet up in this afternoon? And I said, I would love to, but I'm scared. I'm embarrassed of how I look. I don't want to make you think that I'm a catfish or that I'm ugly and stuff like that. And they said, no, it's okay. It was a girl, but obviously they out of respect. But I said, yeah. She's like, Lexi, I don't care about this. I was like, okay, fine. So, I picked her up from my house, which wasn't far from the gym. And I was really shy, I was crazy with nerves and everything. And from the beginning, it was red flag because she was on her phone. She wasn't really talking to me that much, but I ignored it. We went to the mall, we walked to the beach, bought her ice cream and stuff, and throughout she just really wasn't interested in me. I had to carry the conversation a lot, and now I just felt like I was forcing it. But I ignored it. I said it's fine. So after like half an hour, she went back home, and she didn't text me back. So I went to gym, and I texted her and said, "Hey, it was really fun meeting you. I'm so sorry if I was a bit weird, but I really enjoyed hanging out with you." And then a day later, so she replied, "Thanks, oh, you're awesome, blah blah blah." And then that's when things started going downhill. She stopped talking to me. She would post online, but she wouldn't respond to me. And I mean, I wasn't being like super crazy, like texting nonstop. Like, if I sent a text on like Monday, that was it. But like, I noticed that she was online, but she just didn't want to talk to me, so I left it. Then she texted me and said, "Sorry, things are going on right now, but I'll talk to you and I'm feeling better." So I said, "Okay, that's fine. I get that. Take the time that you need. I'll be here." That never happened. Went for months. She never texted me back, and I double texted her months later, and I was like, "You're not gonna talk to me again, are you?" And she read me and she ignored me, and I got really angry and I blocked her. And she didn't notice that I was gone, I think. And then a little later, I recently texted her again, and earlier in December, and I said, "Hey, it's Lexi. I just want you to know that I really liked you, and this is how I felt because of what was going on, and I just wanted you to know." And I left it. And she told me, "I'm really sorry for making you feel that way. Things are really hard right now." She told me some stuff about her family situation and why she's going through things, and I was like, "Okay, listen, I understand. Thank you for telling me." And she's like, "Lexi, I'll talk to you about your feelings soon. I just need to get over something or work through something." And I sighed audibly and I said, "Okay, just text me when you feel available, when you think that you can handle it." And I told her, I don't mean that I want you to say, "Oh, you like me and that we need to do anything." I just like, I want you to know. But if you feel like, you want to get to know me better, then cool. We can go out and have dates and things like that. That's what I wanted. I told her, she said that she wants to talk to me more, so she asked me to give her my number. And in my message, I said, "Here's my number. Text me when you're ready." That was at the beginning of December. It's now the 30th. It's gonna be the 31st, New Year's Eve, in a few hours. She hasn't texted me. So I blocked her again, and I let it go. It made me really sad because I hadn't liked somebody in a very long time, especially someone that was really near to me. Because I know y'all know I struggle with closeness, like being alone and stuff. And maybe I let the fantasy run for a little bit, but I thought that something was gonna change. I thought that I met somebody who was like me, who understood, because like we got along so well. I thought that someone was gonna finally be there for me, and I'd have somebody to spend time with, and maybe something good was gonna come out of it. But Maybe that's what I get for um for believing in somebody else that something could happen. I don't want to ruin my makeup. It made me really sad to be ignored like that. Like I didn't matter at all. I don't understand. Like what's wrong with me? You know that someone can see that you like them, that you're interested in getting to know them, and they can just ignore you like that doesn't matter. I would never do that to somebody else. Even if I didn't feel anything towards them, I wouldn't make them feel like they don't exist. It really hurt. Because for a long time, after a long time, I felt something real, someone close. She was the first person that I saw in in a very long time. Like a new friend. It really hurt. It really hurt. And it hurts more when I think about it, even though I don't want to. I know that she's out there. She's not far away from me. And then one day when I'm out somewhere, I'll see her. And I'll have to pretend like I don't know her because she made me so sad. Then the friends that I thought I had as well, I kind of cut them off. It was a hard decision. But at the end of the day, we're not friends anymore. I was who I was when I met them many years ago. And the person that I am today is not their friend. And I can see that. And I felt it for a long time, but I forced my way to keep that little spark of what was them. But I don't belong there. I don't belong with them. I don't belong with anybody. I had friends, December, I remembered when we would go to my friend's house. We would go to my friend's house and we would chill there. I remember one night many years ago, it was so hot, just like how it is now. And we went to his house and we sat outside and the mosquitoes were eating us and we had beers and we just sat outside and we talked the whole night. We talked the whole night together. The moment I started coming out, they left me. They left me. Sorry, I'm trying not to miss my makeup. So yeah, they left me and we stopped talking. Haven't heard from them since. I don't know how they are. The two friends I had left, one had political opinions that I didn't agree with, directly contradictory to who I am. And I realized, that's why I had to draw a line. Because the evidence of it was there, I just chose to ignore it. The other friend just doesn't care. doesn't even care to text, even though I tried to talk to them. I tried to keep that little bit of friendship that I had left. I don't have anybody anymore. Even oddly enough, um, I reconnected with an ex of mine, the big one, and I know what you're thinking, but we're on good terms. We were on good terms, but even she's not the person that, the friend that I thought that I needed. I mean, I don't blame her. She has her own life and I have mine, and we talk and we play games and stuff, but she was the only person that really understood me. And it was selfish of me to think that being friends with her again would help me have that best friend in somebody again. And she wasn't. But, I tried to be a good friend, but she hasn't been the best friend to me, and I told her. And I don't hold it against her. I mean, everybody goes through things, but I tried on my end, and I just didn't feel like she was being a good friend, and I told her that. And I still like her. We're good friends. But the last person that I thought, actually the second last person that I thought would understand me and be there for me, my friend, a friend that I don't have a friend, who's not a friend. And the other person who I spent a lot of time with this year, and I grew very close to them also, just but for good reasons. They said that they're having a really hard time right now, but it's difficult just feeling abandoned by everybody all the time. And I can't do anything about it. What can I do? If someone tells you, oh, Lexi, I'm going through something right now, it's like, what must I say? Everybody's going through something, including me. But the difference is that those people have somebody else to help them. This entire year, I have tried my best to make friends. And I don't mean like for partner, I try to make friends. I went to a social gathering and nobody wanted to talk to me besides of one person and some old ladies. No one really cared. No one, came up to me, oh, you're so cool, let's go hang out, something stupid like that. Everybody had their own group. Everybody stuck to themselves, and I was just there walking alone by myself at times. I tried to be friends with people online, it just didn't work. I tried to reach out, I tried my best to reach out to people, to be like, hey, I think you're cool, we should get to know each other, that sort of thing. Message upon message upon message, seen, read, unfollowed, blocked. I don't even know why. I didn't even say anything bad. Someone posted something interesting. I was like, oh, cool, that's really cool. This is like music and stuff. I'd be like, hey, that's really cool. Thanks for that. I'm also gonna listen to this from now on. Hey, the makeup you did was pretty cool. How'd you learn to do that? And you're probably thinking, okay, Lexi, maybe it's what you say. I don't say anything bad. I really don't say anything bad. I'm not creepy. I don't say anything disrespectful. If there's something to talk about, I try to talk about it. Just nobody cares about me. Not my family, not the friends that I have. But you know what? I've had good support from social media. I won't lie, a lot of people do like me, like parasocial friends, and I appreciate them a lot. But it's not the connection that I wanted. You know, a friend. Like a lot of people will like, oh, you're so cool, like, and I appreciate that. I'm sounding really contradictory right now, but it's like parasocial. It's just like it's like not the level. It's not a friend. It's just the way social etiquette goes. But regardless of the reasoning, it did make me happy. But at the end of the day, after the picture is done circulating, the story disappears. When I'm going to bed, who's there for me to talk to? Nobody. When I wake up in the morning, who's there for me to respond to? Nobody. If I'm scared to go somewhere because I need a friend, because I'm scared of people, who do I ask? Nobody. When I'm going through something and I need somebody to talk to, who? Nobody. This year I've been so alone. I've been so alone. It's driving me crazy. I don't know what to do about it. I don't think that there's an escape for me. That will never get me. There's something about me that is wrong, that is ugly, that is repulsive, that people just don't want to be around me. I don't know if it's my appearance, or it's my weight, or it's my energy, or something. I don't know what it is. But something people just don't like about me. Not enough to be my friend. Not enough to go out with me. Not enough to talk to me. Not enough to spend time with me. It makes me so jealous and upset that everybody seems to have a good life. Yet I'm so tired of seeing other trans girls on Instagram. They get to transition and they get to be happy and be themselves and you see them and the changes and what do I do? I work so hard. And what do I get? Sitting in front of a camera, making a video and crying. That's what I get. I have a lot to be thankful for this year. Because the massive amount of work that I put into myself, it's heavier. It's not even about a relationship or love. It's just the fact that there's nobody here. Right now, my phone is off. Okay, let's do an experiment. Let's put my mobile data on, sorry. Let's see if I have a message from anybody. I'll put it on. Let's wait a bit. Nothing. Not one message. Not one. I'm not even joking. Look. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see. Look, there's a camera. Nothing. Nothing. Nobody. 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 It's the weather. You see, it's the weather. I don't know if you can see it. There's nobody. I have no friends. I have no family. It's just me and my curly hair and my makeups and my muscles and nobody else. I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know what's wrong with me. I try so hard. I try so hard. I try so hard to be a nice girl. I try so hard to be interesting and likable. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm so scared that I'm gonna be stuck this way forever, alone in this cage, not being able to escape. Forced to live like this. Oh no, no, no. I had to come out against my will. And it was a good thing. Because, it propelled me into this life that I get to live now. To be honest, this has been the worst experience I've ever had in my life. Being trans is the worst thing I've ever experienced. It is the most difficult thing that I've ever done. There are days I hate myself for who I am. I wish I could change it. I know even if I backed out now and I undid everything, part of me knows this is who I am and I would go back to live alive. Every single day, at least now I'm free to an extent. This has been the worst thing. I lost everything to this. I lost my friends. I lost my family. I lost my social standing. I don't know how to do things anymore. I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know how to perceive things. I don't know how to make a relationship or a friendship with anybody anymore. Because of this, I have more anxiety. I have more body dysphoria. I have more everything because of this. There would have been a time where I would have cried and said, but I wouldn't change it for the world. But I really wish I could. And I'm worried that by the time something could happen, it will be too late. I feel like I'm dying inside. By the time something good finally happens, there won't be anything left of me to be anything. I cannot express how much I don't want to be here. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it so much. I hate it. I hate it here. I hate looking at myself. No matter how much I do, I hate it. After this video, when I'm done and I take this makeup off, I'm gonna hate myself even more. Cause this is it's all just a lie. This is all fake. I want to scream, to hit something. But I can't do it. I don't have the guts. So I'll wait. I'll wait. I'll wait. I'll wait. I hope something takes me away because I can't do it myself. That's my makeup is ruined now. I can't take no pictures because it's the only thing that keeps me going. To see the idea of the person that I could become. It's the only thing that keeps me here. There's a hope that one day that I'll be able to be truly happy. But like I said, I'm scared that it will be too late. I hated this year. I hated this year so much, and I'm so scared of what's to come next year. I don't want to start the year off like I did this year. I don't want to go through that. I don't want to fight with my parents. I don't want to hear the things that they tell me. I don't want to go out and have people look at me weirdly. I had a lot to be thankful for this year, but I cannot. The sadness of it all is too much. I feel stupid for posting this, but you know what? This is the only thing that I have. This is the only thing that I have. That was that one day in the future, I can come back here and I can see all the struggle that I went through. It would mean something. It's all so far away. It's all so far away. It's gonna be New Year's Eve soon. And I'm gonna be around the family that hates me. And I'm gonna have to smile and say Happy New Year. When I know my nose, this is gonna be my is my nose ready? No, it's not. This has been very embarrassing. But like I said, what else do I have? Nothing and no one. I don't know what my plan is gonna be for this year to come. I'm gonna be 24, close to 30. I don't know what I want. Even if I did, I don't know how I'm gonna get it. Every year that I do this, there's nothing happy that I have to say. But it's okay. I work really hard to be who I am, and I don't deserve to be going through this. For whatever sick and cruel reason that the universe treats me this way. I don't know why, but I don't deserve it. I have bad parts of me, who doesn't? But I'm a good person. I don't deserve to feel this way. Excuse me. I feel a bit better now. Haven't cried in a very long time. Although really funny if you actually can't hear anything because I'm talking so softly. Like I said, I'm not editing any of this shit. I'm not editing nothing. Also something weird, but I don't fucking care. It's going on for an hour now. The fact that I feel like I actually could fit everything in an hour, that's how uneventful this year has been, except for the half an hour of which I've been crying. So that has been 2025. A lonely, lonely, lonely year. One of self-discovery, perseverance, but lonely and isolated. I can be optimistic, though I can see a lot of potential in myself for things. It's just up to me whether I can keep at it or not. Maybe that would be something to just keep me going a little bit. I do think I need to stop here now. I can't really go on crying another half an hour, can I? Alright then. That's been 2025 in an hour. I'm not excited for what the new year has us, and I'm scared. The best thing that I can do is what I do in gym if there's a monumental struggle. Just have to push through and get it done. Every day is a new day, every day is a new opportunity. That's the best that I can do for now. Till something takes me away. So that's gonna be a goodbye 2025. Goodbye 2025. And we'll see what 2026 brings us. Hopefully it'll be something where I don't have to sit and cry for half an hour. Maybe I can bring it down to 10 minutes next time. But until then, until I make another video, eventually, that's gonna be it for now. A goodbye to 2025.